Hey there, Taurus. So, just want to get into your reading for the last portion of July 2020. As I was shuffling cards, and I'm still shuffling cards, what I started to feel with your sign, and this can just be a side message, you don't have to take this to heart, or however you want to experience it is fine. But what I was feeling was that there was an energy within you where almost as if like you're starting to want to buck the system, or you're kind of readdressing where you fall within society, what your role is, what that looks like to you. Does that make sense anymore to you? Our societal roles, where you've been, what you stand for? Because it feels like there may have been a fair amount of conflict with that energy internally. And the energy that I'm feeling is like it affects you on an emotional level, almost as if like the integration of who you are now or who you're to become is almost at a conflictual space with who you've been or who you were raised to think you are, or, what are the structures within your life that either need to come down or need to be explored in a different way. That was the kind of energy I was feeling here, Taurus. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. The cards that come out may or may not suggest that, this is a general reading for thousands of people. So, it will or will not. And we will focus on what does show up. I just wanted to say that to whomever needed it. Okay. If anything, harness your energy and do what you need to do. Feel it's okay to buck the system. It's okay to be your own person. Individuality is highly, welcome in that area. So you can change that energy, because being stuck and I just feel like it leads to a sense of solitude, which isn't something that is, you need solitude, Taurus, but not to that degree, just because then you're at odds with your internal self as in regard to like how you're changing who you are, why you are, and what you are. Okay, show me energy present for the sign of Taurus, please. Last portion of July 2020. Show me the last portion of 2020, July 2020, for the sign of Taurus, please. Okay, so you have the Fool coming out in reverse here. So the Fool in reverse is a card of, sometimes it can be an action because we don't know what we're involving ourselves in. We don't know the road or path that we're engaging upon. It's new. So we can be shy, we can be not yet ready to move on that path. In another way, the Fool in reverse can also represent an energy where we are operating from an impetuous space in ourselves, where we are reckless, where we're not thinking of ourselves or the people that we may encounter or involve in our situations. It's almost as if it's a self-directed energy in regard to how we move through life. It's not knowing enough, and so you kind of, it's not the ideal way to start something. The Fool is all about starting things, new change, new growth, new perception, new understanding of self and how you go through things. And but usually we also take the information and understanding that we've already learned in our lives and we apply it to what goes here, what goes next, what's next space in our life. With that energy coming up, it's almost as if you're either feeling like you're not ready to move forward, or there's something about it that is feeling like it's you're ill prepared, ill advised to move forward with something. Show me more. I'm just going to go ahead and pull your cards, and we'll see what the rest of this message has to say. Show me for Taurus, please. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the 9 of Wands. More for Taurus, please. 5 of Cups. I'm not going to pick all that up. It's like 10 cards. If one of them wants to come out, it will, and it did. You have the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Or, I'm sorry, Last card out. And at the bottom of the deck, here we go, you have the Three of Cups. So, Taurus, with the Three of Cups here, the middle card and the bottom of the deck are often going to tell me a lot about the reading, but with the Three of Cups in this situation, it's almost as if like you're seeking community, friendship, you're seeking to open yourself up to somebody, yet there's a hesitancy to do so. I don't know if this is part of this feeling ill-prepared to move forward towards somebody that you may be feeling very positive about, or you may feel that they are somebody that can bring a lot of happiness or emotional contentment into your life. And I love that. I just think being able to know how to move forward in that direction is important, especially with the Nine of Wands here, because it tells me that you've kind of been through some of your own personal battles in relationships in life. And so when it comes to love and those types of connections, either you feel immature or ill-prepared to do that. And I feel here too with the Nine of Wands, it's almost as if like Nine of Wands and the Fool in reverse, it's almost as if somebody is holding themselves back. So they either, it's almost like to do something right, it feels like, because the outcome is the Four of Wands, which is, well, I'll get into that in a second. You've got some interesting cards. It's like a vacillating back and forth energy. The Five of Cups here talks about regret. It talks about sorrow. Sometimes feeling like maybe you were in a connection with somebody, but that didn't, either something about that relationship didn't work out. And so you either feel left out or you feel like something was totally wrong in the relationship. Maybe also too, this isn't the Five of Swords, but the connection to the Five of Swords is coming up in a very different way. And that particular connection in this, what's coming through me right now, is sometimes when we date the wrong people, so it's like a series of dating the wrong people type energy that's coming through. And it's like, when am I going to get the right person? When am I going to be able to connect with somebody that is compatible for me? Compatibility is huge for all signs, but especially for you, Taurus. You need to feel loved, secure, contented on multiple levels, and it needs to be real, and so you're holding out for that, which I love the Four of Wands coming out through here, because it denotes an energy of stability and foundation in relationships. It can talk about dating, taking your relationship to the next level, moving in. It talks about families, friends, roommates. It can talk about people who you love and who are in your life. It's a card of movement. There's graduation, celebrations. You have two cards of celebrating here. This could be nice fine wine, dancing, drinks, whatever it is, nice restaurants. It can also just be feeling very content and being happy with the people that you choose in your life. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some clarifiers here for you, Taurus, and we will move from there. Please show me the energy. Okay, shuffle them. Okay. One more. Okay. So show me the Fool in reverse for Taurus, please. You have the Eight of Cups here, Taurus, coming out for the Fool in reverse. And it kind of like did a slide around. It almost came out in reverse. I'll read it both ways. Here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit Energy. So the Hermit is a card of taking some time for yourself. It's, being within. And really with the Hermit Energy, we have something where we're really evaluating ourselves, what makes us happy. And it's not just the materialistic aspects, it's spiritual, love, emotional, financial. And then also just finding out new information about ourselves and the people that we surround ourselves with. It's a very beautiful energy. It's about healing and structure. In certain aspects of relationship energy, especially with this Five of Cups and the Fool in reverse. What I'm feeling here, sometimes with this type of energy, it can talk about a male energy who has either had their kind of fair share of painful experiences sometimes with loved ones or with females or whomever they choose to love, you know. There's kind of like a thread within that experience, and so they're hoping that something can change. When will the shoe drop? When will it be good? With the Fool in reverse and the Eight of Cups, it's almost as if like somebody has they're either willing to walk away from something they haven't ventured in because they're afraid to, or they feel like they're ill-equipped to make the decision to move forward to something. So within this energy, you know, I would reconsider, I would wait before moving forward or moving out of something or completely getting rid of an idea. I feel that this is an idea to connect with a person. That's what it feels here, is a connection energy with somebody that feels good, happy with you. I would wait to give up on the idea, you know, especially if you're feeling like nervous, worried that somebody's not going to connect with you or not be with you for whatever reason, you know, and check your own motives as well. That's important too, you know, because if you're going into a situation and you know that like you're seeking either, you know, potential just sexual encounters with somebody or, you know, whatever it may be, that you're not dragging somebody through or leading somebody on. So there is that as well, you know, don't self-gratify at the expense of another person and their right to be honored as a human being, as a sexual partner, or as more. Show me the Ten of Cups here for Taurus, please. You have the Six of Swords coming out for the Ten of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords. So again, this really like, woo, yeah, this Nine of Swords is all about being in your head. It's constant worry and like chatter and not being able to get over a certain thing or fear. And it feels here, if this is in connection to the Ten of Cups, it's almost if somebody is like, almost, honestly, Taurus, the feeling I'm getting is like, I'm cursed in love. I don't receive the type of love or relationships I want. Like, things have not been going the way I need them to. I keep finding the wrong partners. I keep associating myself with the wrong people. I wish that I could just be friends with somebody first and build from there. I don't want to rush into something. It's that type of energy. With the Six of Swords, though, I like this just because what it tells me is that somebody's getting over this mental exhaustion, this chatter going on in the mind. What the Six of Swords tells me is that somebody is basically being proactive in the way that they look at their happiness, they look at their emotional fulfillment. And it tells me that that person is willing to move forward toward what they want, toward happiness, towards emotional fulfillment, even if they don't know the way. I'm kind of wondering if the moon will show up in a second. But it feels like we need to let that go, you know. And that silly card from, what is it, the Romance Angels. What is that stupid card? Let your friends help you. Let your friends help you. That's coming through right now too. So I'll let that be there. Please show me the Nine of Wands for Taurus. Okay, bottom of the deck for the Nine of Wands, you have the Page of Coins, Taurus, and let's see who came out with this energy. So the Nine of Wands, you have the King of Cups, you have Justice, you have the Queen of Wands. So interesting energy. Pardon me for coughing. The King of Cups is basically somebody, it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Very interesting energies, and those can be good with Taurian energy as well, I will say that. That earth and water combination can be very healing, very helpful, very emotive. You know, here it's almost as if like, I see two people, you know, could be you, could be a fire sign, either way. I'm seeing this energy of ambivalence in regard to somebody sharing their true feelings with somebody else, being able to convey what they want to say. You know, they may find somebody incredibly attractive here with the Queen of Wands. They may find her very, I will say, irresistible. There's that energy coming through as well. Somebody who really looks in on somebody and finds their value and worth. The Queen of Wands is a character who is basically, they're kind of self-made. They live life through self-direction and governing. They are somebody who's incredibly ambitious and passionate in regard to what they want in their lives, and they go after things. They have a bent for the emotional and for the spiritual and occult, so there is that aspect as well, which can be very intriguing for a lot of people, especially you guys, Taurus, as well. Some of you your sign borders a bit on the occult as well. So that combination can be something that is attractive in addition. But with the Justice card in reverse, it's almost as if that energy is overriding this Nine of Wands, like where we are defensive of our feelings or of our communication or the direction we want to go in. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to face my fears, not run away from a potential start. And the Fool in reverse can also talk about a delayed start towards something as well. I will say that. And I want to offer, the situation to somebody. There is potential for love and connection here with the King of Cups. And with the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, they are of different elements. But one thing about that energy is that they can be very, it's interesting, like water, you have to find the balance there. Fire can make water boil, and water can also put fire out. And sometimes when you mix them together, you just get steam. It's a very steamy affair, So within this combination, whomever it is, the element of balance is coming through here. So with that type of connection, what I'm feeling here is that to have a better chance at longevity and stability within your relationship, or the potential of this relationship that's coming through here in this reading, Taurus, I would say be conscious of how you balance your energies out with each other, and know where you fall with each other, who has what role. And I don't mean like who wears the pants, that's silly, but there's a strange compartmentalization when it comes to needing to harness this energy. Otherwise it goes everywhere, and it can actually be destructive in a way. No matter how much love or energy you have towards somebody, you need to harness the energy and make sure that you solidify the connection. Otherwise things can go a bit haywire. With the Page of Coins, I would say be a bit careful to not go into something just within the idea of, okay, this person is really beautiful, so I want to be with them. That's important here, just because we don't want this to be through the lens of severe attraction, so you're blinded to the rest of their faults as a human being. That's what's coming through here, Taurus. So just be conscious of that. With the Page of Coins, though, it really does talk about offering a new beginning, or the potential for something long-standing, the potential for something that can build and build and build. And that's your energy here. So, again, with the Page of Coins, the Three of Coins, start out as friends. Build it slowly. You guys are earth signs. You can take forever, and that's actually okay. I like that, because you know what you want, you're decisive, you've experienced something enough, or you've thought of something enough. There's a calculated energy in regard to how you address and value relationships and see them through. So when you're looking for a potential mate, you're going to take your time and make sure that the connection is correct for you. Otherwise you won't get involved in it. I like that. So show me the Five of Cups here for Taurus. Why is that here? You have the Three of Coins coming out. And this is actually at the bottom of the deck. It fell out, but I'm going to leave it at the bottom of the deck. You have Strength here. So, Taurus, whoever I'm talking to here, I feel like, again, like this strange hesitance, waiting period, or not being 100% sure about what your desire is or your feelings are, like not knowing how to move through it. With the Five of Cups and the Three of Coins, you have an energy where it's like you have this person, and this could be who you're connecting with too. They may also be dealing with something very heavy in their life. They may have gone through a separation or a breakup as well. And, hearing from you or connecting with you may be something different for them. It brings them out of that funk and unhappiness. Either way, The Five of Cups, like I said earlier, it can talk about sadness and sorrow in regard to love, or believing that, you know, the love that we have experienced with others is just kind of it. Like, is this it? Is this it? I'm not satisfied. I'm happy. I'm unhappy. It's that kind of energy. And then when you get the Three of Pentacles, it tells me that, okay, again, I'm done with this kind of energy, or whomever this is getting over that type of energy to course correct and move towards something that's going to be far better for them with that Six of Swords. It allows us to be proactive in the way that we experience our pain and our mental frustration regarding situations. It helps us get over this negative hump, you know. The Three of Coins depicts an energy. It basically denotes an energy that it's somebody that wants to work with you. You might have another earth sign that wants to work with you, but it's not just work with you. It's like, okay, in a romantic sense or in a dating sense, it's like, okay, let's take it to the next level. Let's you know, let's do this. Let's go shopping for furniture. It's wanting to be on the same page with somebody and moving forward with them. Maybe moving in and furniture is a bit much, but it's basically having the energy of wanting to connect with a person on a very, you know, secure and stable way, so that you can build towards something together in the future. It's that. And I do like that energy being presented here with the Five of Cups, because it tells me that you've healed through this, or whomever is dealing with this. It could be a person that you're involved in or wanting to involve yourself in. They can now, interesting too, like look at the card. Usually they have their back turned to the Two of Cups. In the card, you can see the Three Cups spilled and the Two Cups upright. Here, this mermaid could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This person is actually looking at the Two Cups. I like this card here just because it tells me that they're recognizing that they don't have to be in such severe pain or anguish about a broken up relationship or something that didn't work out, or just their feelings in general when it comes to love. They can actually look towards those Two Cups now. When the Five of Cups, the cups represent emotions and feelings and love and romance and connection and healing and so many other things. But with that, with the Five of Cups, generally it talks about somebody who's very upset about something that's happened, and they generally have their back to the potential for more. And here it's turned around so that we have the potential for more being presented to us, and it feels like two parties are involved. It feels like two parties are willing to move forward, or at least that's what this feels like. With the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, I would say be careful about, not be careful, but allow this to flow and grow as it needs to. There's no reason to rush. There's no reason to be insistent or impetuous. There's no reason to make something happen. If it's going to go there, it will go there. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I feel like you can still remain friends with this person even if it goes however. Okay? All right, show me the Four of Wands for Taurus, please. Okay, so let's see here. The Two of Coins you have, and then you have the Eight of Wands for this energy. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Swords. So the Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Three of Coins, Two of Coins. This is, I mean, overall what I'm feeling here is that two people get to balance out how they direct their energy towards the beginning of something between each other. That's what it feels like to me. It's something simple. It's something that can come together if you both choose to. It's an interesting energy. I don't feel like massive, like, freak out about that, or I don't feel ambivalent, or I don't feel like guarded. I feel like this energy can harmonize if two people choose to do that. That's literally what I'm feeling here. There's a lot of different messages that usually come with the Two of Coins. It can talk about juggling, or, you know, having two options in jobs, or doing two things that make you happy. It feels here with this type of connection, though, it's almost as if like two people are in agreement to move forward. You know, it's almost as if it balances and harmonizes. The Eight of Wands, This could be a situation where there may be some distance. The Four of Wands can talk about travel as well, but the Eight of Wands definitely talks about travel. There may be distance between the two of you. There may be long distance relationship, however that may look. But the Eight of Wands talks about a lot of communication. And so if you are getting in the middle or the beginning of something, you know, with a friend, or you wanting to change something in a different way, pay attention to things, just because the Eight of Wands is talking about a fair amount of communication that needs to happen with you and a person to build towards this energy. The Knight of Swords is also somebody who is a truth seeker. He's at the bottom of the deck. So just be real. Let's be real, Taurus. If you are going to be direct with somebody, then be direct with them. Don't pussyfoot. Don't beat around the bush. Don't, you know, retreat into your personal fears about things. Like, you guys are pretty solid and you generally go after what you want. But here I feel like there's this kind of ambivalent, like, I'm not 100% sure. But then there's also the feeling that it could be really good for you as well. So I like this energy. I will say too, in a love sense, in a love reading, and I feel like this is a love reading. I feel like this is a love reading, Taurus. The Knight of Swords can talk about falling in love very suddenly. Not really, like one day it's just like, oh, that person maybe, oh, okay, maybe that person, like it just suddenly kind of like comes to you. Or it can happen when you're in contact with somebody and you're like, what the fuck? I suddenly have feelings for this person. In a love sense, that can happen. Oftentimes it's going to talk about communication. So let's go ahead and get some loving energy for this reading, because I feel like this is that type of reading. Show me the energy present. Okay, you have this flying out first. Spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. That may be why you feel very inclined to move forward towards this person, Taurus. At the bottom of the deck, like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Open yourself up, Taurus. It's okay. You know, I'm going to get a romance angel. Can you please show me the energy present for this reading? Okay, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. I mean, you know, I can understand with the Fool in reverse, not moving forward, feeling uneasy, but it also feels like spiritual connection, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands, Three of Coins. Like there's an energy here that feels like it can be positive. It feels like it can move forward in different ways, and it feels like it's healthy. I don't feel adversarial energy. I don't feel anything that is like flashing red flags. I just feel that somebody needs to open up a little bit more and try and connect, and you may be pleasantly surprised what you find out. So I'm going to let it go here. I hope that this reading was helpful for you, Taurus. And if it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate, there's a link in the description box below. And if you want to contact me for a private reading, you can also do that in the description box below. I have all my info there. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.